In the beginning, there was no beginning, only the endless void. There was no sky, no sea, no time ticking forward. There was only the great and mysterious Spirit of God, hovering silently over the waters of nothingness. Darkness ruled all, thick and endless, but within the heart of the Spirit was something waiting, something ready to break the silence. Then, with a voice that split the silence like lightning cracks the sky, God spoke, "Let there be light." And there was light, on the second day. God spoke again. This time, the waters that covered everything were stirred by a new wind. God commanded the waters to part, "Let there be a vault between the waters, to separate water from water." And suddenly, the sky was born, a magnificent dome of sapphire stretched above the seas. It shimmered with promise, a space between realms. God called it heaven, not a place far away, but the space above, where clouds would someday roam and stars would one day shine. On the third day, God turned attention below. The waters below the sky churned as if awakened. "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together, and let dry land appear." Mountains burst from the depths like giants rising from slumber. Valleys yawned wide, and rivers carved paths through the land. The dry land stood proud and was called earth, while the gathered waters were called seas. Then came life. "Let the earth bring forth grass, herbs with seeds, and fruit trees bearing fruit." In a moment, the barren earth turned vibrant. Grasses unfurled like green carpets. Trees exploded from the soil with limbs reaching skyward. Fruit of every color dangled from branches, and the scent of blossoms filled the new air. Life, silent and still, had awakened. On the fourth day, God painted the sky, "Let there be lights in the heavens to mark days, seasons, and years." And there it was, the sun, a fiery jewel to rule the day. The moon, gentle and glowing, to rule the night. Around them spun a sea of stars, each one a spark of wonder, singing silent songs across the vast dark canvas. Now, night and day had rhythm, time had measure, and the dance of the cosmos had begun. God's joy grew with each day. On the fifth, the voice echoed again, "Let the waters swarm with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the sky." From the depths of the sea, creatures burst forth, some sleek like arrows, others glowing like lanterns. Whales sang, jellyfish pulsed, and fish of every color darted through coral gardens. Then the sky came alive. Wings beat against the air, eagles soared, doves glided, hummingbirds hovered. God blessed them all, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the waters and the skies." And they did. The sixth day arrived, and God smiled with anticipation. The earth was ready. "Let the earth bring forth living creatures, cattle, creeping things, and beasts of every kind." The ground trembled as animals came to life. Elephants trumpeted, lions roared, and wolves howled to the rising sun. Mice scurried, ants marched, and butterflies fluttered. But God was not done. Now came the masterpiece. "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish, the birds, the livestock, and the earth." So, God formed a shape from the dust of the ground, carefully, lovingly. Into the nostrils of this form, God breathed a breath like no other, and man lived. God named him Adam, and later, from Adam, came Eve. Together they stood in awe of the world around them. God blessed them, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and care for it. Rule over the creatures, and walk with me." And God saw all that had been made, from the stars above to the people below, and declared it very good. On the seventh day, God rested, not because of weariness, but because the work was complete. Creation stood as a masterpiece, perfectly balanced, beautifully alive. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, a time for reflection, for delight, for wonder, and so, from the void came a world, a story told not just in words, but in oceans and skies, in trees and birds, in stars and laughter, in the heartbeat of humanity, a story that continues to this day, with you and me as part of the ever-unfolding masterpiece. Please like, subscribe and share.